Hello, amazing learners, and welcome back to English with Ease. I'm Megan, and I am absolutely thrilled that you decided to join me today for what I promise will be a life-changing conversation about something we all think about every single day. You know what? I was lying in bed last night, staring at the ceiling, and I couldn't sleep because my mind was racing with thoughts about tomorrow, next week, next year. And then it hit me like lightning. Most English learners struggle with one specific thing that holds them back from sounding confident and natural. It's not grammar rules. It's not pronunciation. It's something much more fundamental. It's talking about the future. Think about it for a moment. When was the last time someone asked you what your plans were and you froze? When someone said, "Tell me about your dreams," and you stumbled over your words? When you wanted to share your hopes with a friend, but you just couldn't express them clearly? This happens to thousands of English learners every single day, and it breaks my heart because I know exactly how frustrating that feels. But here's what I discovered after teaching English for over 8 years. The students who master talking about the future don't just improve their grammar, they transform their entire confidence level. They start having deeper conversations. They connect with people on a completely different level. And most importantly, they begin to believe in themselves and their English abilities. Today, I'm going to share with you the exact system I use to help my students go from feeling terrified about future conversations to absolutely loving them. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit that will make you sound natural, confident, and genuinely interesting when discussing your plans and dreams. And listen, this isn't just about English. This is about your life. Because when you can clearly express your hopes and goals, magic starts happening. People want to know you better. Opportunities open up. Your whole world expands. But before we dive deep, I need you to do something for me. Please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because I pour my heart into every single video to help you succeed. And if this lesson helps you today, give it a thumbs up. It truly means the world to me and helps other learners find this content. Now, let me tell you a story that will change everything you think you know about talking about the future. Last month, I met Sarah at a coffee shop. She'd been learning English for 3 years and felt completely stuck. She told me she could handle basic conversations about the weather or her job, but the moment someone asked about her plans or dreams, she would panic and change the subject. Sarah said something that absolutely broke my heart. She whispered, "Megan, I feel like people think I'm boring because I can never talk about what excites me most. My dreams, my goals, my hopes. I just don't know how to express them properly." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about Sarah because she represents millions of English learners around the world who have incredible dreams and fascinating plans, but simply don't have the language tools to share them confidently. So I created something special for her, a complete system that focuses on 3 essential elements, natural expressions that native speakers actually use, confidence-building techniques that eliminate fear, and conversation strategies that make people genuinely interested in what you have to say. 3 weeks later, Sarah called me with tears of joy in her voice. She had just finished a job interview where she confidently discussed her 5-year career goals. She got the position, but more importantly, she felt like herself again, like she could finally express the real Sarah that existed in her heart and mind. That's the power of mastering future conversations in English. It's not just about grammar structures. It's about unlocking your ability to share your authentic self with the world. Here's what most English teachers get completely wrong. They focus on drilling will versus going to until you're exhausted. But that's not how real conversations work. Native speakers use dozens of different expressions to talk about the future, and they choose them based on emotion, certainty, and relationship with the listener. Today, I'm going to teach you the 3 levels of future mastery that will revolutionize your English conversations forever. Level 1 is foundation expressions. These are the essential phrases every English learner must know to discuss basic plans and intentions confidently. Level 2 is natural flow techniques. This is where you learn to sound like a native speaker by using the expressions that feel most natural in different situations. Level 3 is magnetic conversation skills. This is the advanced level where you learn to make people genuinely excited about your future and eager to support your dreams. Most students spend months stuck at level 1 because they think grammar rules are enough. But the students who reach level 3 discover something incredible. Their English doesn't just improve, their entire life trajectory changes because they can finally communicate their vision for the future with clarity and passion. I'm going to walk you through all 3 levels, step by step, and I promise you'll see immediate improvements in how confidently you discuss your plans and dreams. But first, I need to share the biggest mistake I see English learners make when talking about the future. The biggest mistake is trying to sound too perfect. You know what I mean? Students memorize phrases like, "I will become successful," or "I am going to achieve my goals," and they deliver them like robots reading from a textbook. But here's the truth that will shock you. Native speakers almost never talk like that. Real English speakers are messy. They change their minds mid-sentence. They use filler words. They express uncertainty and excitement in the same breath. And that's exactly what makes them sound natural and relatable. Let me give you a perfect example. Yesterday, I was talking to my neighbor Jessica about her weekend plans. She didn't say, "I am going to visit my sister on Saturday." Instead, she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about maybe driving up to see my sister this weekend. I mean, if the weather's decent and I can get my act together early enough." Do you hear the difference? Jessica sounds like a real human being with real emotions and real uncertainty. That's magnetic. That's the kind of English that makes people want to keep listening. But most English learners are terrified of sounding uncertain or changing their minds because they think it shows weakness in their English. Actually, it shows strength. It shows you understand how native speakers really communicate. So let's start building your level 1 foundation. But we're going to do it the right way, with real expressions that real people actually use. The first expression I want you to master is "I'm hoping to." This is pure gold because it shows optimism without making promises you might not keep. Instead of saying, I will travel to Japan next year, try, I'm hoping to travel to Japan next year. Suddenly, you sound thoughtful and realistic, rather than overconfident. Practice this with me right now. Say it out loud. I'm hoping to learn something new today. I'm hoping to make progress with my English this month. I'm hoping to surprise myself with what I can achieve. Beautiful. The second expression is I'm thinking about. This is perfect when you have ideas, but you're still exploring them. I'm thinking about starting a small business. I'm thinking about moving to a different city. I'm thinking about learning photography. Notice how these expressions immediately make you sound more approachable and interesting. People want to ask follow-up questions. They want to know more about your thoughts and dreams. The third foundation expression is I'd love to. This shows enthusiasm while acknowledging that not everything is completely under your control. I'd love to spend more time with my family. I'd love to improve my cooking skills. I'd love to travel somewhere I've never been before. Now here's where it gets really exciting. You can combine these expressions to create incredibly natural-sounding sentences. Listen to this. I'm hoping to save enough money because I'd love to take a photography course next year. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I'll have the time. That sounds like something a native speaker would actually say. It has uncertainty, hope, practical concerns, and genuine emotion all mixed together. But wait, there's something even more powerful happening here. When you use these expressions, you're not just talking about your future. You're inviting people into your thought process. You're sharing your dreams in a way that makes others want to support you and cheer you on. My beautiful learners, you now have the foundation to transform how you talk about your future in English. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about connection. Start using these expressions today and watch how people respond differently to you. Your English journey is just beginning to get exciting. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and I'll see you in the next lesson.